Hey guys, Robert Strongtham here. I'm going to be telling you about what I know about Elder Scrolls Legends out of the few hours that I've played of it. I feel like I've actually gotten a pretty good grip on how to play the game and what's about the game and other things like that. Because it's much like other card games. I've already played those, so I don't need to spend too much time to learn how to become really good at this game. But without further ado even, let's get started. So, with the game flow that's different from other card games is you try and control one or both of the lanes. Now, the field lane is really it's the best one to control because the enemy can't cover their creatures. The shadow lane's easier to gain control with though, so it's like a trade-off. But most of the time you just go for a random lane really, whatever happens to be like takeable. The game is split into attributes and races. The races are like archetypes. There are other archetypes. For example, you could go Dwemer, which is not really a combo, and Undead, or maybe Spriggans. But there's just not a lot of cards or incentives to go in those ways, so you usually just go for two colors and pick up a lot of the race cards incidentally and have an archetype deck without even knowing it. And they're really good, by the way. They're really good. I like how it works like that right now. The game is pay to win, but right now there's not very many cards to collect at all, and most players have about the same collections, unless if there's like a higher end to the ranking system that I'm not yet part of. But for the most part, I have not spent a whole lot of time in the game, obviously, and I've not spent any money in the game, yet I win quite a lot. That's due to my experience in other card games, but also just you don't need to buy anything to win the game right now because there's no cards. That's limited. Like if this gets as crazy as Hearthstone, it'll be like a $300 game realistically. But what I do like actually is that in comparison directly with Hearthstone, I feel like I can collect the cards way faster even if there are more cards because the rate at which I get packs is incredible at the moment, or cards in general, even without using the dust system. Similar to the other card games, you just try to get more value off your cards than your opponent. Like, you know, how many cards you spend to deal with their cards, and how much mana you spend, and how many resources you spend to deal with what they're putting in front of you. The more value you get, the more likely you are to win. I can talk to you about the attributes. There's strength, which is mostly super aggression, super speed. And they have a lot of double-edged sword cards, even though that sentence doesn't make a lot of sense because it's just a sword with two edges. But cards that will hit you or hurt you, the player, or your creatures, it'll just give you disadvantages in order to have a more powerful card with lower mana cost, if that makes any sense. And there's a lot of items, and there's quite a few ping cards as well, like 1 damage dealing cards. Intelligence is a mostly control-based attribute, but it has hand size advantage in addition, and the best burn in the game. And because of the fact that it literally has those three, it seems to be the best attribute right now. I have been playing mostly with intelligence decks, and they've been going really well. And I feel like the cards in the intelligence pool just have more value in general. Willpower has life gain, has control effects, much like intelligence, just without burn a lot. It's swarmy. You can have a lot of tiny guys, and yeah, it's mostly fast cards with other creatures that give buffs or do things that relate to the board. Agility is actually not what it sounds like. You'd think agility would mean speed, right? Nah, it's just instead of using like spells, or in this game they're called actions to do things that you would otherwise do with only those actions and spells. Basically, things you would rely on spells and actions for, instead you use creatures that have the effect on them. So if you want to ping something, you play a creature that has that. If you want to buff your guy, you play a creature that has that. It's really weird. It's not like friendly buffs though. So it's like self-sustaining. One creature can do this, one creature do that. I really like that color as well as intelligence. Or color, that attribute. Endurance is pretty self-explanatory. You have large late game creatures and creatures that grow. and your spells and effects or your actions grant board presence. It's funny. So you don't really try to remove creatures, you try to just be bigger than your opponent at all. At all, yes. But there's 10 real archetypes that you see. I mean, of course, there's Dwemer, Undead, and a whole bunch of other ones. But yeah, I don't think you're going to see those because it would take a lot of effort to get all of the cards, or the really good cards, for all of those archetypes. But the ones you can really see out there is when you have a Strength and Intelligence deck that's a red guard deck. And that's item-based, meaning you buff your creatures. And that goes in all directions. You can have buffs that do tons of things. It's scary. The Strength and Willpower combo, Nords, it's aggressive. And it gets better the more face damage you deal, and the more attacks you make. So just keep attacking. That's the Nord strategy. The Wood Elves are Strength and Agility, and they prey on the weak. It's like this weird mechanic where if you damage an enemy creature, you can get some kind of reward. For example, you could kill it without dealing the rest of the damage, or you get a buff on your creature. And also, there's a lot of cards that have pings to damage those creatures, so you don't have to sacrifice a creature to ping something you want to ping. If that makes any sense. Strength and Endurance are the Orcs. It's like aggressive friend buffs, if that makes any sense. You play a card, and then you play a card that gives the previous card more damage. So, yes, there's many charge cards, meaning they can attack as soon as you play them. Another aggressive combo. But with the Endurance in there, you can actually go a little bit late game. Unlike Nord, which seems to be exclusively mid-game to early game. Don't have tons of late-game cards or growth. Intelligence and Willpower are the High Elves, and it's action or spell-based decks. You know, the ones where you use your spells to do everything, and you have cards that are weak. The creatures are weak, but they get better the more spells you use. They get more value the more spells you use. The Dark Elves, Intelligence and Agility, this is my favorite. Their mechanic is that most of the creatures have an effect when they die, or you can destroy them with your own cards to get an advantage, you know, kind of like sacrificing them, literally sacrificing them to get a better effect than the mana you paid for it. So I find that's really cool. And the Bretons are Intelligence and Endurance, and they give mostly ward buffs. They also have a lot of guards, so they're just a completely defensive group, if you ask me, except for their lore-based conjuring. They don't really have a mechanic for conjuring, really, but they have a lot of conjuration-based effects, like in the video games, where the Bretons are the conjurers. The Khajiit are Willpower and Agility, and they get bonuses when you go face. But unlike the Nords, so the Nords' idea is just attack with everything and just kill them. But the Khajiit, it's more like you go in with a tiny guy and hit them, and you get a little bit of a bonus, one at a time, if that makes a different sense. Because Nord, you just rush them, but Khajiit, you wanna clear the way and then attack, because you get bonuses when you actually hit them. Whereas Nords, it's more like when they take a certain damage increment, or when you attack at all, you get a bonus. They also have lane change cards. I don't think any of the other races have lane change cards. You could have Khajiit cards in other decks, of course, but their archetype uses lane change, because that way you can get into a lane where there maybe isn't a guard or another powerful creature, and you can hit them in the face.
I do love a good fight.
Imperials, that's Willpower and Endurance. They swarm, and then they buff the swarm, but they sustain it. It's weird. It's like they don't want to win the game. It's like they want to bully and control the lanes exclusively. Because most of the time, you're going to see them play a bunch of 1/1s that turn into 2/4s or 2/3s or things like that because of other cards. But yeah, they swarm, and then they build it, mainly the toughness, not the power. Argonians, Agility and Endurance, they mana ramp, and they get advantages when they have mana, or when they gain mana. Like, most of the cards at Argonian say something about after 7 mana you get some crazy thing. They also happen to have a lot of cards that mention lethal, which is like a death touch. Any damage you would deal to a creature kills it. And they also have a lot of silence effects, and they can heal their creatures very well. A few other tips I noticed. There's this one card, it's Vicious Dro. It's 4 for a 3/4, and when you summon it, it destroys an enemy's support card, and it's fabulous, guys. It can go in any deck, it goes in every deck. Because, I'm gonna be honest, because supports aren't killed by any other card, pretty much, they win you the game. Because they're just a permanent effect. So, the best way you can counter that is with the Vicious Dro. And then also, if the enemies don't have supports, which is kind of likely, because not everybody in the game has recognized that supports are really dangerous cards, or really good cards, there's a 50-50 chance that the enemy might have gone second, and you can just destroy that. And the 3/4 is really good, it's just that it's going to suck to have 1 more mana for no reason. But, yeah, I think that's all of the tips. But remember, intelligence seems to be about the best. I mean, you don't have to take my word for it. Go ahead and play the game. But, yeah, I'm going to finish today with some gameplay, so here goes. Alright, now we're in game. We finished the story. It was pretty easy, except for the last ones. And now we're in ranked. I've played a little bit, and I've gotten all the way to rank 8. And the way I understand it, the closer you get to 1, the more cards you get at the end of the season. I don't know what this is, though. I've been loving my Dunmer deck, Dunmer Avengers. I've edited it since I got the deck. What's really cool about this game right now is the estimated wait time is so low. It's awesome. Usually you get a character in like 10 seconds. But yeah, I'll just put whatever I've just told you to use. I forgot if this is a dark elf or what. The Clever. What's his name? Annabelle. Wow, that's a mouthful. Alright. We want to get good early game cards. That's more of a late game card because a wounded enemy creature, like 2 toughness creatures, don't really count. We're going first, by the way, so this is amazing. I usually get this every game. It's one of those intelligence cards that are amazing. And I'm going to play it in here, so he can't play his 3/1 or his 2/1 or whatever with his Magicka. By the way, I have a challenge for you. Greet everyone. It's kind of like the challenge to like every video you watch on YouTube. I'd recommend doing that starting today. If you forget, it's alright. You don't have to go back to that video and like it and all. It's just a good thing you can do that requires very little effort. You know what I mean? Yeah, see? And what do I do now? He's gonna get 3 damage on me. Whatever. But you see, the reason why I put it here is so he didn't play his thing. He's playing High Elves, by the way, Intelligence and Wind Power, and I'm playing Dark Elves. This is one such Dark Elf. When it dies, I get an effect. I think there's more in my hand, aren't there? Yeah. This one in particular is really good, I think. But I don't think I'm going to play him next turn. That's cool for me. That was exactly what I was looking for. So we just do this. And he's going to get more damage on me and all. But I have a bigger hand by a little bit. And I think next turn I'm going to play the Camlorn. So he trades it into here, and it's got 1 toughness. Beautiful, because it's got guard. It also has Prophecy, which is really... Oh, that's what I was looking for, Soul Split. So this card is another one of those intelligence cards that are just amazing. Kind of like Lightning Bolt as well. You destroy this guy, have a chance to kill this. Otherwise, you get 3 damage on his face, and he gets a rune. Wah, wah, wah. But either... Wow, he's used all of his elixir already. Either way, you get 2 3/2s for 2 mana and this guy. But make sure you attack with him first, without killing him. But I think the better play this turn is still to do this. Because who knows if he's gonna do anything here. Because if he plays a 3 toughness creature, that's even better. Okay, that was awesome for me, because he spent 4 mana on a 3 mana. If that makes any sense. But, ooh, 5 mana. Self and toughness. If he's got another lightning bolt, then the Snowy Saber Cat is dead. He has way more damage on me, though. I'm very aware of that. Or... Okay, what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to go risky. Soul Split. I'm going to see if it hits him. Nope. Oh, it did. Wow. Sorry. And I get 2 3/2s, one of them stealth, and play this. I think that was a little bit better than the Snowy Saber Cat, because he gets damage on me. The runes provide a really good combat mechanic in this game, actually. Because if I start hitting him a ton, he's going to get a lot of cards. I drew 1 more card than he did, and that gave me this advantage. Seriously. That's unfortunate. Yeah, you want to use your burn spells where the creature has higher power than toughness. Or when you can just finish something out without wasting one of your creatures, if that makes any sense. Because creatures can just stay here for however long they want. Spells, they just are one-time use no matter what. Even though their effects are pretty permanent. Ooh. I don't think he got... Wow. So he spent 3 mana to kill 3 mana, but I got a card from it. Alright, that's the Vicious Jaw I was talking about. Really good. I feel like there's something up here. He might have just wanted to play it just because, but I have way more cards than he does. I think what I'm going to do is play this Snowy Saber here, play him here, and just in case if he's got any funny business like buff cards and ward cards and... Nah, Intelligence and Willpower is mostly spells, so he's going to, if anything, he's going to do a 1 damage pain or something. Or just straight up destroy it. Okay, that was pretty good of him, because it was 5 mana for 5 mana. These High Rock Summoners are another blue card, intelligence card that are just... They're insanely powerful. I feel like the blue has the best cards in the game. And you have a chance of getting a 4 mana, 5 mana, or 6 mana. They're all really good cards, by the way. And I got the 4 mana, which means I can play it this turn. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to play it in this lane, because I have more presence in this lane already. Oh. If it stops me like that, it means he can play this. And if he just got the Javelin, I'm going to laugh, because then I made a misplay. The chances are low that he'll get that. Wow! Well done.
Nicely done.
So, yeah. I learned from my mistakes. So, if they are a willpower character, they're likely going to have the Javelin. 3 of them. And you gotta watch out. It's very rare that these things are actually prophecies, unless if you somehow built a deck around prophecies. I would not recommend that, though. There's no synergy there, except for the fact that you're guaranteed to get some kind of thing. I think I'm going to use the Lightning Bolt here, because I don't want him to have any power whatsoever. Although I suppose I should have done this, because I have 4 mana now that I'm going to do nothing with. Although I don't know these colors to have the most support cards. So I think I'm safe. Alright, then notice though, he's getting a bit of a card advantage because I'm hitting him, and he's not hitting me. That's how this game works. That's why 3/4s are pretty cool, is because they require 4 damage and not 3. It's just simple. And if he kills this, I can attack here probably and finish off anyways. Or the 3 damage will go here and I have an extra spell. Or I have there's just so much potential. Alright. But the problem is, look, his hand is huge. My board presence is not actually that huge, considering he has a 4/4. Unless if he does this trade. And I don't have very much control, actually, until I play these cards. Because he has the... Oh, that did not trigger. That's a really powerful card if it triggers. Whoa, I've actually never seen that. Oh, it's a really good Dark Elf card, I remember. Whoa. That's pretty cool. But I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish it off. Or am I? Okay, this doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what I do. Actually, it kind of does. I want to end the game faster, so I think I'll play him. Oops. I forgot I have to damage somebody before I kill them. Now I have to do this. And that guy doesn't get to attack, because it does this huge wipe. Yeah, I would really like this card, by the way. It's so good. Can you imagine doing that on him? So you attack with him a few times, because nobody wants to kill this guy, and then you kill him, and he deals 3 damage, and he comes back as, say, a 3/4, if you're lucky.
This will stop me.
Wait, do I get to look through his discard pile? Wow, never knew that. Ooh, that's a really powerful Breton card, Conjurer. And I'm going to pay dearly for my mistake. Except for 9. I'm so close to killing him, but not yet. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to risk it all and just hit everything to his face. And these are all stealth as well. I didn't even know that. Probably could have won the game even earlier. You want to pay attention to the life, because if you can win the game, you should do it, because then he has no chance of getting back. Wow, that's huge. And he's going to destroy the 4/4, right? Yeah, he should destroy the 4/4. But I'm going to laugh very hard if this hits his face, because usually it does. Except when I want it to hit his face. Okay, never mind. He's got a way out. I don't like that card, by the way. It doesn't do very much. It saves you, but for 1 turn. Finish off. It's pretty handy. Not very handy.
Oblivion awaits you.
Although he's attacking me now. I'm gonna laugh if I die. Alright, ready? RNG. No way. That's not fair. I'm gonna play him here. If he kills the... Oh, that's a shame. He's gonna get 1 damage. Maybe, I don't know. If this dies, I can Steel Blade. This is another great intelligence card. 2 for a 2/1, and when it dies, you get a 3 damage, like, removal spell. I like to use it as a removal spell. Most of us do. You add 3 damage to one of your attacks. Yeah, I think I just... Oh, wow. This guy might win now. Holy cow. No, he won't. I've got finished off.
Oblivion awaits you.
Unless if he kills it. Don't kill it. He killed it. Thieves' Den. That's one of those supports that I was talking about that wins you the game. If you can use it. Well, actually, I'm in a pickle now. Because I want to ping that and then Steel Blade or whatever and go in there, but I can't. So, wow. I think I know what I'm going to do, though.
Feel my sting.
Finish this one off. I'm going to take a lot of damage for this. Might as well play this. And he has to make this attack. I don't want to make it for him. Or does he just win the game? If he has 1 damage, he wins the game. Congrats to the man if he does. Alright. No!
Oblivion awaits.
This is going to be super close, guys. Super close. What did he just do? Oh, never mind. I don't know if it will be. Oh. No, that doesn't buy me very much. This cannot target players, so what else am I going to get? Good game.
A formidable display.
And that's all.
I bow
Very well to him, though. I think I made a lot of mistakes. Hey, Foxy Mix. Awesome. I think that's an Imperial. No, it's a red because it's got magic in its hands. But an Argonian. Thieves' Den. Oh! This is like a dream hand, guys. Because... And I have the second... Okay, this game...
Greetings.
If I don't win this game, there's something seriously wrong with my deck. So check this out. First turn, that. That's the best first turn, like, in the game, practically. Alright? And then at level 3, or number 3, we have... Oh, he didn't even play anything. I don't know what... I'm gonna put lane presence in both lanes. But next turn, Thieves' Den is just going to carry me if he doesn't have a Vicious Dra or the... He has the Argonian. There's an Endurance Argonian that destroys things at 5 mana. Alright, we don't care about that. We are going to Thieves' Den. If he has the board presence better, whatever, this is just going to grow. Grow. And ready? Hit him. Whatever. Funnily enough, this actually triggers off of things other than combat damage. So if a creature did a ping, it would count for the Thieves' Den.
Give me strength.
Yeah. What's your luck?
Won't escape alive.
That's not luck.
Teach you to mess with
Whatever. Okay, so maybe he's got some board presence, yeah. Destroy a wounded creature, don't really care.
My friend would like to
Just-
say hello.
Oh, that's cool, though. Because I can just play that next turn really awesomely.
By dawn
Play
and
this
dusk,
here
I
to kill
know
this.
there's a shadow.
He's going to get 1 damage here, and if I had to guess, he's going to use one of the Wood Elf Finish Me Off cards. Or just attack it. I forgot about that. Really should not have done that.
A grievous error.
I've just lost it today, guys. I've just lost it. Good thing we have the Vicious Drow. And a Steel Sword. See, if I grow this 1-1, he's just going to play a 2-1 to kill it. It's not that good to grow a 1-1. Because it doesn't, like, really ramp. That, however, can ramp. Oh. Well, thank you, sir. If only I had the 2 damage burn thing. Card Sweeper, however, is a really cool card. But this one's even better to do with, because you can trample things. You can hit things, it'll still deal damage, it'll still grow, so you can just keep it punching things. I want to save these double steel swords for the giant bat. I only have one. 1 out of 42. But if I get it, it's an instant... How much health is that? 8, and then it grows. I think I want to actually kill this. Which means I can play the Vicious Drow. I think I'm going to do that. And just grow her very slowly but surely. Again, the value of this card is not in her. It's, well, actually, it kind of is, because even though it's a Breton card, it works really well for the Dark Elf cause of sacrificing your really weak creature. Nice one. Now she's got the board presence. She got the board presence. See, I want to play this in here, but this is easier for him to grow with. Yeah, I'm going to hit him for 2, and then he's going to trade it because he knows it can just keep growing it. Right? Because I'm not in low enough health to be killed. I have to play this in this lane, though. That's a problem. I want to play the Karis, but it's really not going to get any value. Not really at all versus this deck. It's already 6 turns, so he's not really going to ramp up with a ton of creatures. He's not going to play a ton of creatures either. I want to play the Drez Renegade to keep this guy growing for some reason. It's a 2 mana creature that doesn't even have all of its value in that 2 mana. It's got all of its mana right there, or all of its value right there. Also, there are golden cards in this game. They look pretty cool. Looks like they're on fire. That's why you save a Vicious Drow, because now he gets 2, 4, 6 damage. Gets really good value, and in fact that works perfectly for him, doesn't it? So can I draw that second Vicious Drow? I want a 3rd one so bad. Ooh, I have a single elixir left. Thieves Guild Recruit. If I were to draw a 7 mana card, that'd be it. So if I play this, it's going to get burnt. If I play this, if I play anything, it's going to get burnt. But I guess that's how the game goes. I want to give him the least mana value then. So I will actually, I'm going to see what I draw. Not in that lane, though.
What have we here?
Because that'll just be a free trade. If I play that, that's definitely going to get burnt, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to let him use the 2 less burns on these 2 people. Also, problem right now is that these 3 cards cannot be played in the same turn. At all. Never. I don't know if you can go to 13, but I'm not going to hit 13 by the time I play all of them. Okay. So now I get 5 damage on him. I'm getting a lot of damage on him, by the way. Ooh, that's a really cool card that I've never seen before. Destroys a creature. Oh, so it's like lethal based.
Customers only.
Summon a 3/3. Okay, never mind. So he's gonna save the 6 damage unless if I do something about it. That's really handy. Except I can grow him. No, actually, this grows. He can't do that. But it will grow if he does actually get a card, which he has, by the way, to kill it. But if I play this, he's going to use the burn hair and then do his special thing here. I really don't know what to do. I guess I could tease him by making this with 0 power lethal. That's fun. And I think I'm going to add to my board presence. Kill that, even though it can grow. Now, what's he gonna do with a 1/1? I have board presence in both lanes, actually. Okay, I was right. Oh, and this is a really good trade into the Kinral Burglar. He's gonna get some health back. I'm gonna get my Crushing Blow for nothing. That's a card I want to kill, actually. For that reason, precisely.
Come dance with
Good thing I have a 5 power creature, huh? No, I think I can actually just kill him, you know? I have double steel swords. This doesn't have any, like, immediate damage. So let's see, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He could have a prophecy, though, so I am putting it all in. Here goes. Did he get it? Nope. Good game. Boom. This has some cool bursts, and that's why the Dark Elf lady, she's so cool, because she gives everyone steel blades. Yeah. Ooh, 3 victories. See, that's what's cool. In Hearthstone, that would mean 10 gold. So you're a 10th of the way to getting your pack. We got a title? Whoa. A pack. See, 3 games, you get a pack and 15 gold. Hearthstone. Pick up the pace, man. Bethesda knows why. Everything's cool. This also has 6 cards. 1 more than 5. Like, this feels like a playoff. A much cooler version of Hearthstone. Another giant bat. That's awesome. And a Midnight Sweep. That's pretty cool. And a Firebolts. If I didn't have 3 of those, now I do. Hey, I have his card now. That's awesome. Those 2 right there. I don't really use these colors. But yeah, that was actually a pretty cool pack. Alright, guys, that'll be all for today. So, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more of this. Again, challenge. Like every video you watch. Don't even watch my videos. Just watch your videos and like them. Leave some comments down below for conversation, because that's cool. And share this video with your friends if you think they'll like it as well. That'll be all for today. See ya.